Friday. It is transfer deadline day. It is Europa League Draw day. It is Ange Postecoglou's press conference day. And it is Premier League predictions day. So it's all happening. And in honour of that, Jim and Nick are matching shirt wankers today just for the fun of it. But I hope everyone's well and good on this sunny... What is it? Yeah, it's Friday. Sunny Friday. As always, I'm joined by Jimbo, Mr. Chang, Mr. Nicholas Big Time. Jimbo, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm a bit disgusted with your language.
Well, I had to get it out there, to be fair. That is exactly what you are. So I had to get it out there and say it. But you're both looking very sharp in your new shirts, I have to say. Jim's definitely looks a little bit lighter, but that could be because you are literally sat next to the window, whereas Nick is shrouded in darkness in Wickham somewhere. Mr. Nick, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, lots going on. Lots going on with the transfer window. Like I said, it's all kind of happening. I've got like 55 screens open. Cricket on some, deadline day on another, Europa League draw on another. So yeah, let's just see where we will be travelling in the world.
Exactly.
And everything else. That's all we need to worry about. So
how are England doing on the cricket? I know they've been brilliant so far.
They are 426 for 9 after Gus Atkinson came in and smashed 118 off 115 balls. So
wow,
yeah, it looked a little bit ropey yesterday. A century from Joe Root, who equalled Alistair Cook's amount of hundreds. So he'll obviously beat that shortly. And Atkinson with 118. England are going very well, but it is only Sri Lanka, so I guess it's a bit like Spurs. It is only Everton, so let's be doom and gloom about it, like some.
But you can only beat what's in front of you.
You can only beat what's in front of you. So yeah, look, it's lots going on. In other clubs for transfer deadline day, the only thing that I've seen this morning about Spurs is Alfie Devine's loan move to Birmingham has fallen through.
Okay,
that's the only thing that I've seen. Obviously, we're interested to see what happens with I guess Lo Celso and Reguilon going out today, maybe. But that's about it. So I don't expect anything. And I don't know if Angus is here yet, but the goalkeeper that you said that you were linked to, it's a different goalkeeper that's come in. So Angus, in his predictions, has well and truly carried on. So the goalkeeper from Spain or whoever they were linked to, they've actually gone for Neto of Bournemouth to replace Ramsdale. But who knows? There may be 2 goalkeepers incoming, or there may not. And Angus again is with his predictions is in the mud. So
as usual. But he's only 65% in the mud. Let's get it right.
He's only 65%. Yeah. So yeah.
Mr. Chang, how are you doing today?
Doing very well. Here in Southeast Asia, the country will be celebrating its 67th Independence Day tomorrow, the 31st of August here in Malaysia. So I'm looking forward very much to the weekend to spend my daughter, who will be celebrating her 10th birthday on the 4th of September, next Wednesday. But because it is a Wednesday, so I have to bring her birthday celebrations forward to the weekend. So I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing her later on tonight after the show is over. And yeah, I am excited, but still trying to work out what the Europa League format is going to be all about, because it's a completely different format from what we've seen in the past. So that's something to look forward to. And yeah, lots to look forward to in Big Angel's press conference, especially when it comes to deliver the news that we've been dreading almost on the injury front. I'm hearing that both Solanke and Richarlison aren't available for Newcastle, but we'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, lots to get into the show. So let's just kick on.
Thank you, Chang. Happy birthday to your daughter in advance.
Did he say Richarlison and Solanke aren't available?
Well, that's the rumour, because neither was spotted in training, as was Van der Ven. He was training on his own. But until we know from Ange, I'm trying to keep it calm until we know.
Yeah. Don't lose your mind like some people are yesterday. Oh my God, if Mickey Van der Ven's not playing, we're losing the next 7 games.
Yeah, exactly. Let's wait and see. But we have in the chat, come on, you Spurs TV says, hey, looking forward to this. Well done, girl. Big up to you. Good to see you. Alfie Hall says, any news on Lo Celso and Reguilón? Nothing concrete as far as I know, just discussions. I haven't seen that anything further has progressed, so we shall have to wait and see. I do expect them both to go today, but this is Spurs. Anything can happen, right? Big up, Potato. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Rinketic's in the house saying Carlos Soler to West Ham. What a signing. I don't know a lot about him, but West Ham do seem to have done some good business this window. So, Barry, you've shared something.
Yeah, I've just been sent this from Paddy Power. Have absolutely bantered Chelsea.
Chelsea clearance offers. I absolutely love Paddy Power. I know they give us ever such a lot of stick at Spurs, but they are brilliant, the things they do. So they've actually set that up outside Chelsea's ground by the looks of it, which is brilliant. I mean, Chelsea are just, I've got no words for them. Rinketic also saying, ask Angus about Gyökeres. Has he signed elsewhere? Is he not coming? Maybe he's gone with Mbappe. Who knows? Big up Smithy says, Auntie Kate, everyone's repping Tottenham. Where's your Richie shirt? The absolute disrespect. Jim has got Richarlison on the back of his shirt. I paid for that shirt. So at the end of the day, it's not disrespect. I just didn't wear Tottenham shirts today because I'm hot. And trust me, you don't want a hot menopausal woman with the ump streaming on a Friday afternoon. Robbie's in the house. Okay. Big up to you. Hope you're well. Glenn Strumberg in the Europa League show. What a legend. Well, Nick is my official Europa League correspondent, so he will be bringing us all the news. I just want to say, look, thank you everyone for being here. I know there's a million trillion people streaming at the same time today, so I appreciate every single one of you that's come in today. We will try and cover everything that we wanted to. I don't know when the actual draw starts.
Well, they've got all the nonsense at the moment as we go live. They're just doing all the not normal nonsense videos and last season and all this types of things. So we're still waiting.
Right. Okay. So, yeah. Robbie's saying about half hour.
Yeah. So you just got to listen to waffle. So
yeah, it's like the Eurovision Song Contest all over again. Rakesh is saying, hi, Jimbo. Are we winning Europa League or Premier League? Be honest. Big up, everyone.
Well, we're winning the Europa League. All right. Yeah. I'm convinced of that. We're going to win the Europa League. And I put Tottenham third in the Premiership. But you know what? A little bit inside me says we can win it because we are the mighty Spurs.
Oh, no. He's at it again. Big up Munsey Talk says, big up, great show, even though I'm not a Spurs fan. Welcome. Let us know you support, just for the interest. Steve Jimbo knows a good looking pigeon when he sees one. Big up yourself, Jimbo. Like I say, I bought the bloody shirt. 2 Richarlison shirts I bought.
Yeah, so you should.
Jimbo, you won't win the Europa League whilst United are in it. Oh,
so he must be a United fan.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we'll see. Yes, United. We'll see. United have got to be favourites, I would think, to win it. But on our day, we could win it. It just depends what team turn up. So, a bit of chat about transfer news. Obviously, looks like Tony and Osherman are heading to Saudi. 107 million for the two, I think.
I don't know, Kate. I think whichever one doesn't go, the other one goes to Chelsea. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't see how they need both, but you never know, right?
I don't know if it's they need both. I think they just can afford both, so they're buying both. But yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I was going to go on to. Chelsea desperately need a striker. It looked like they were going to. Jim, have you got your sound on?
Sorry.
Honestly, he's so
he's not even interested, is he? Look at him down there in the corner. Let's
get rid of him. We don't need Deadwood. Let's get rid of the Deadwood. Well, I'm going to start calling you Hoydy here.
I was just giving you a like on the stream.
Thanks.
And I forgot to turn the mute off, so I was giving you a like. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he says, Kate.
Well, that's why you can hear her voice.
Well, I didn't think it was Kate's voice, Jim. I thought it was some other female voice, if I'm honest.
Yeah, all I could hear was So I don't know what you was watching, Jimbo. I was actually going to say Chelsea wanted Osimhen. Do you see them going for Tony if Osimhen does go to Saudi? And if both go, who do they go for, Nick?
What? Who did Chelsea go for?
Yeah.
Well, go do whatever they want, don't they? They do what they want in the transfer window. They go and sign whoever. No, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what happens in terms of it'd be interesting to see what happens, what plays out the rest of this day. The interesting thing is the Saudi deadline is not until Monday, I believe, so that it doesn't have to be pushed through today. And I know the Turkish deadline is an extra week, or maybe that's Monday as well. So, yeah, I don't know why there's all these other things kind of going on. But look, it is what it is, and we'll just have to wait and see. Like I said, I think there'll be. I don't think there's going to be the flurry of transfers that we've seen, probably, in a long time. We haven't really seen the flurry, but look, we'll see what happens. Obviously, there's some questions, like we said, around Spurs. There's questions around Arsenal and Angus and his predictions, and there's obviously Chelsea, Tony, Osimhen. And a few others. So let's just wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, Chang. One of the big stories is that Sterling could be going to Arsenal. I mean, thoughts?
Stranger things have happened, but if this does happen, then I'm afraid that Chelsea just haven't learned their lesson from selling players to top four rivals. And if they do miss out on both Osimhen and also Ivan Toney, my money would be on them keeping Raheem Sterling until they can find a replacement for their strikers, maybe come January, because I can't see them getting rid of the likes of Sterling if they can't get their strike targets in. So it will be interesting to follow the developments of Raheem Sterling, as well as their search for a forward. But I think it's going to be a very frantic last, let's see now, it's noon now, last 11 hours to the end of this transfer window. So hold on to your hats. I'm expecting a lot of movement, except that it's not anything to do with Spurs other than outgoings, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, Jimbo, you said last night that you think someone's going to come in. Alistair Gold, David Ornstein have both come out and said that, as far as they know, there'll be no more incomings. Do you think they're pulling the wool over our eyes and there'll be a late incoming for Spurs?
Yeah, let me say first that I just seen on Sky Sports that Matt O'Reilly at Brighton, his first game, he's injured himself quite bad. He's got
after 6 minutes. We was talking about that on the other show, whenever it was.
I just seen that pop up. I think that we're still having incoming. I'm sure. I think maybe one or two would be a little surprised. They keep it under their hats, but we have been most of the window. So yeah, I'm still hopeful.
I mean, I still think the only thing I can think player that might come in is Morgan Gibbs-White. That's the only possible thing I can see happening. But who knows? Who knows? I suppose it depends who goes out as to whether anyone comes in. So it
looks like they've agreed the deal for Tony. It's just come up.
Yeah, and Osimhen, but Chelsea are trying to prize Osimhen away, apparently.
Yeah, but Osimhen, I don't think he wants to. I think he wants to stay where he is, doesn't he?
Who knows? The money they're offering him is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll have to see. But I think it'll be Tony that goes. Definite.
Manager of Chelsea said there will be no game time for Sterling in any matches. It's all about Arsenal wanting him or not.
Yeah,
I
he's
can only
also
see
Sterling's also been told he's not training with the first team squad now as well. To add
they're
insult to
savage,
injury.
Chelsea. They're so savage, aren't they? They just say, right, you're not wanted, and they just isolate them from everybody.
Well, they've got about 2,000 players to choose from, so
this is true. I can only see we're getting Morgan Gibbs-White if Gio goes to Nottingham or Reguilon. Yeah, I mean, Ward-Prowse is going to Nottingham Forest on loan, so I saw on Sky this morning Ange was talking to Rashford, so please no, I don't think that's happening. His wages are just ridiculous. I don't like Rashford, but I don't see us paying his wages. Big up, Tigaro. You are very welcome. Like I said to you, always reach out and I'll always reply. So good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. But before the draw kicks in, we might as well start our predictions because, you know, they're probably going to waffle on for the next half an hour. First game of the weekend is a good one. Good game. Looking forward to this tomorrow, 12:30. Chang, how do you see Arsenal Brighton going?
I'm going to go with a brave prediction here. I'm going for a draw. I'm going to predict it's going to be a 2-2 draw between Woolwich and Brighton, Hove and Albion. So it's going to be a 2-2 draw for me in this fixture.
I mean, it's brave, but at the end of the day, Brighton have been made a good start. Smithy's going 5-0 to Brighton. I think that's a bit of hopium in there. Jim, how do you see Arsenal Brighton panning out?
Well, I think this is going to be Arsenal's first loss of the season. And then they're going to get a second loss when they come to the lane. So they're going to lose 2 games within their first 5 games.
Right.
So
and what's the score?
I'm going to go 2-1 to Brighton.
Okay. Nick, come on.
I'm going to go 2-1, but I'm going to go 2-1 to Arsenal. I don't want them to get a draw or a defeat because that'll spur them on to make ends against us. So 2-1 Arsenal, like Rakesh has just said.
I think Arsenal are going to win it. I've gone 3-1. I just think their defence is so good as well. So I have got Brighton to score, but I do think Arsenal will prevail, unfortunately. But you're right. What's this? Tottenham versus Roma at home. Has that been drawn?
Yeah, I think Rinketic's ahead. So Rinketic's spoiling the party for everyone and just ruining my correspondence. So Rinketic,
right, let's pretend that didn't happen.
Stop posting Rinketic, please. I am here to update everyone. Just because you're ahead doesn't mean you can put stuff like that, please.
Let's go over to Nick over in the studio with who's our official.
Yeah, exactly. Just wait until I've got the update, Rinketic. Yeah, come on the stream. You know, don't start ruining it for everyone. Don't know who you think you are, Rinketic. You know.
Yeah. You know your place. So, Nick, our correspondent, has there been any movement on the draw yet?
No, there hasn't yet. So I don't know what Rinketic's talking about, just because he's slightly ahead.
Yes. Well, he could just be making it up to cause trouble. You know, who knows?
He could be.
Rinketic's nice. He wouldn't do that.
No. Second game of the weekend, Nottingham Forest versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Jimbo, how do you see this one going?
I'm going to go. It's going to be a tough old game for both of them. I'm going to go a 1-1 draw.
That's exactly what I've done, Jimbo. We're on the same wavelength there. Nicholas, Forest Wolves.
I'm going to say 2-1 Forest. I'm going 2-1 again for the home team.
Wow.
You have some breaking news from the draw. Rangers will face Tottenham at home and Manchester United away.
Who?
Rangers. So they've got Tottenham at home.
Tottenham at home and Manchester United away. Their full schedule is coming up, is what I've been told in my ear.
The thing is, how comes we're always away?
What do you mean?
What about home?
You've got to play 4 away and 4 at home, Kate. Well, so it doesn't matter. What do you mean? How come we're always away?
So we'll be facing Rangers away from home, or they're away from home.
No, we're away from home at Rangers.
Okay. So we'll.
I'm reading here that we are facing AS Roma as well. I think we'll be
Chang,
facing
can you
AS.
stop as well? So, Rangers will face Tottenham at home, Manchester United away, Lyon at home, Olympiacos away, Union SG at home, Malmo away, and FCSB at home and Nice away, which is
All right,
nice.
say it again. Say it again.
Tottenham at home, Manchester United away, Lyon at home, Olympiacos away, Union SG at home, Malmo away, FCSB, which is Steaua Bucharest at home, and Nice away. That's
who
what
Tottenham
Rangers have got. Yeah.
Oh, Rangers have got.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, bearing in mind, while we fill until the next results come out and before someone ruins it, either in the chat or Chang opens his mouth, then obviously it's not like obviously there is the 32 teams. You can be drawn against any other team. You can only be drawn against 2 other teams from another nation, and you can't be drawn against. Look at that, we've got balloons as well. You can't be drawn against a team in your own country. So we can't be drawn against Man United. And if we face 2 teams from Germany, that's it. So or France or whatever the options are. So
Right.
and then like the Champions League, it's the top 8 that go through, and positions 9 to 24 go into a playoff to then go through to the knockout stage. So
Oh my God, my brain hurts.
it's a little bit complicated. What we were saying before is that we think that it would make more sense to do groups of whatever it is, and they play 4 games away and 4 games at home, and then it's the top go through, and then maybe the runners up go into a playoff. But ultimately, it's not gonna throw up any shocks, because obviously you've got 8. You know, you've got to play 8 games rather than the normal 6, and normally most groups are done after the first 3 games. So yeah, it'll probably be similar. The first 3 games, there'll be most people on 0 and the rest on 9, and it's kind of you kind of know what's happening. So don't ask me what happens with the top 9 and how the top 8 and what that means for the quarterfinal round of the 4th round, and then the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, because God knows. Yeah, don't ask Rinketic, please. Just wait.
Right, Nick, are you finished for the moment?
For the moment, we're finished. Sorry.
Right. Mr. Chang, I'm coming to you while Nick takes a breather after you very rudely interrupted you because he thought you was going to offer a spoiler to his correspondence. Forest Wolves, how do you see that going?
Forest 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Wolves to win 2-1 away at Nottingham Forest.
Wow. Interesting. Poor Nick. This is his one time to be famous. Proper.
I don't get treated like this on We Are Tottenham TV. That's for certain.
Mr. Chang, next game is Leicester Villa. How do you see this going?
Leicester City 1, Aston Villa 3. 3 goals for Aston Villa to win away at Leicester City by 3-1.
So, Mr. Chang, are you basically saying everyone can beat Leicester except Spurs?
I'm saying that we should have beaten Leicester City if we had taken our chances in the first half. Unfortunately, we didn't. And if it wasn't for the injury to Bentancur, we might not even have walked away with a point at all. So, yeah, that's something that we have to work on for the remainder of our season, especially if Solanke isn't going to be available in the coming weeks. But yeah, for this match in particular, I fancy Villa to get the win over Leicester City.
Excellent. Big up, Angus. How's the Mbappe Gyökeres signings going? Let us know.
The draw's been done, Kate, and from what I can understand now, Tottenham face Roma at home, Rangers away, AZ Alkmaar at home, Ferin Chavos away. Don't know where that is. Karabag at home, Galatasaray away.
Wow.
Elfsborg at home and Hoffenheim away.
Right.
And
Well,
Man United have put Rangers at home, Porto away, PAOK Athens at home, Fenerbahce away, Bodo Glimt at home, Victoria Pleasant away, FC 20 at home, and Steaua Bucharest away.
So, hold on 1 second. Is this correct, what I've got here?
What?
Allow. Those. We've got Roma, Rangers, Alkmaar, Ferencváros, Karabag, Galatasaray, Elfsborg, and Hoffenheim.
Shall we go to? Is that what you're going to ask me, Rinketic? Shall we go to Istanbul? No.
Well, I mean, Galatasaray away is definitely not an easy game. Not a nice place to go at all.
I'd rather stay alive.
Rangers, we should win. Who? What? Then go to Galatasaray?
Yeah, I'd rather stay alive, if I'm honest, than go to Galatasaray, go to Istanbul.
I mean, you look at those. Surely we should be confident of getting through.
Yeah, won't lose a game. What are you laughing at?
Am I lagging or something?
Yeah, you are a bit laggy.
Oh, I thought it was just me. Right. Sorry, I can. Let me just go out and back in, Jimbo. Can you give your predictions on Leicester Villa, Jimbo?
Okay. Yep. My prediction for a Leicester Villa is exactly the same as Mr. Chang's. I think 3-1 to Villa. I think Leicester will score a goal, but I think Villa will beat them 3-1. I think it'd be quite comfortable. So we would have beaten 5-1. We'd have took our chances. So I think Villa can beat them 3-1.
3-1 Villa.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my pen? Right. 3-1 Villa, says Jimbo.
We're on the same wavelength there, Mr. Chang.
Yes. Nicholas, what do you fancy for Villa and Leicester?
I'm going to go. I was going to go 3-1 Villa, but I can't because I don't want to. I've got to get some points off these what's-its. So
you've got to go with what you think it's going to be.
I know, Jimbo, but I also thinking
think it's going to be 3-1
points as well, Jimbo. So I'm going 3-0 Villa.
Nick is very aggressive today.
Stop copying me, Angus. How's that goalkeeper coming along that you said you were going to sign?
Nick's so aggressive.
Neto is not the same as what you said yesterday. I am aggressive today. You're right, Kate. I am aggressive. I woke up at 4 a.m, so I'm a bit aggressive.
I've gone with Leicester 1, Villa 2 for that game. But I'm behind on the chat now, so I need to say hello to a few people. Ange will absolutely love going back to Glasgow, and I guarantee he'll get some hate thrown at him when he goes back. Ferencváros are a Hungarian team, apparently. I think Rangers are in a bit of trouble. Big up, Anthony Clark. Good to see you. Also, big up to James Bond as well. Good to see you. Yo. Big up, Leo. Homie, hope you're doing well, my love, and the family are well. Big up, Gary, saying we'll win them all. Love it. Is there a way to see the Europa League schedule, Nick? I'd like to see our fixtures.
Well, what you'd like to see, if you look, Leo, in the group, I kindly posted when the fixtures would be for all of the games for the whole of the season. The fixtures have not been released yet of who we're playing who, but if you go there, it'll give you an idea, Leo. So that's semi-aggressive,
passive-aggressive.
Yeah.
Roma at home and Galatasaray away are the only potential hiccups. The rest we demolish, says Tigaro. Yeah, I think that's fair. 2-0, says Yusuf to Villa. Villa 3-0 says Angus. What else have we got? Watching a Pender scoring a Hattie against Schmeichel. Nick, think you need to get laid, mate. Relieve
later,
some of that
Jimbo.
stress.
Later, mate.
Jimbo? Smithy, you mean? Do you mean Smithy?
What?
You said later, Jimbo.
Did I?
He's aggressive and he's dolly today. I don't know what's going on. Angus, we did predict your game. Jimbo went 2-1 Arsenal. Chang went 2-2. I said 3-1 Arsenal. No, Jimbo went 2-1 Brighton. Sorry. I said 3-1 Arsenal. Nick said 2-1 Arsenal. So if you'd have been here on time, you would have actually seen the predictions, but you chose to be late. Now I've had to give them to you again. So thank you for being late to the show. Consider yourself told off. Next up, Chang, we have Ipswich versus Fulham. What do you fancy?
I think Fulham will walk away with the points on this one. Although both of them are relegation candidates, I feel that for this game in particular, Fulham might just nick this 2-1. Fulham to win this by 2-1.
Okay. Jimbo, Ipswich Fulham, how do you see it?
I'm going to go a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Mr. Nicholas?
I'm going to go 3-0 Fulham.
Blimey.
Ooh.
I thought you was advocating for Ipswich being
yeah, well, they'd been actually I was, wasn't I? Hang on. Let me think.
Flip-flop.
Hang on. What are we saying? Ipswich at home. I'm going to say 1-1.
Nick, you are officially an angry flip-flop today. So you've gone from 3-0 to 1-1.
I'm going 1-1.
I have gone.
I'm not treated like this on We Are Tottenham TV. I'm going back.
I am going to go 1-0 Ipswich because I am flying the flag for Ipswich to come good. So I am going to go 1-0. Yusuf, I take great exception to that. Kate reminds me of Anne Robinson from The Weakest Link. She's about 40 years older than me. Well, maybe not that much.
Who said that? Who said
That's
that?
Yusuf.
Oh, brilliant.
You are The Weakest Link. Goodbye. I have actually been on The Weakest Link as well. So there you go.
Twice.
Twice, yeah. 2-1 Ipswich because they play good football, says Rinketic. Another one decides to come in late, probably been watching a rival channel, but comes in late and wants to know the predictions. 5 games in. If you were here on time, you would have known this, Vindaloo, so consider yourself told off. The headmistress glasses are coming out again. Jimbo predicted Brighton to win 2-1. Chang did 2-2. I did Arsenal 3-1 and Nick did Arsenal 2-1.
Don't. If anyone comes in and asks for a prediction, then go back and watch the stream. We're not doing it again, right? We've done it twice. We've done it 3 times now. If you're not here with us, if you don't want us at our worst, you don't deserve us at our best, people.
Yeah.
I'm not having it anymore. I'm going to start timing people out. I've had enough today.
Oh my God, I like Angry Nick. Angry Nick might be my favourite. Next game we have Brentford Southampton. Angry Nick, I'm going to come to you first.
Brentford Southampton. I'm going to go 3-1 Brentford.
What's up with
3-0 Brentford? 3-0 Brentford. 3-0 Brentford.
Oh, he's flip-flopping all over the place.
Yeah,
what's up with Nick
today?
Nick's been up since 4 a.m. I think he's tired. So he's angry. Jimbo, why do you think Arsenal are going to lose?
I think it's going to be their first loss of the season. I really do. I just got this feeling that Brighton are going to beat him. I think it's going to be a close game. But I think the Brighton's going to beat them 2-1.
There you go. But going back to Brentford, Angus says 2-0 Brentford. How do you see this going, Jimbo?
I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this game. I think by what I'm listening, I don't really know. I know they bought Ramsdale, but they were talking about Southampton on Sky Sports, and they reckon they've done some really good business, even apart from the keeper. So I'm going to think they're going to be on a little bit more of a high. So I'm going to do a 1-1 draw.
Mr. Chang, how do you see this one going?
Brentford to win this comfortably by 2-0.
That's exactly the scoreline I've done, Mr. Chang. So we're on the same wavelength there. I think it'll be
scoreline friend.
Oh, friends, scoreline friends. Oh, matching shirt wankers.
Again, what's the need for the language? It's unbelievable.
Angus, how sure are you that you ain't losing? Are you 65% sure or higher? Let us know. And what is Edu doing? And Angus is angry, Angus. I've no idea what Edu is doing, but he's starting to piss me off.
Well, what's Edu doing?
I know, Angus, you're only 65% pissed off, mate. Come on.
Yeah, come on. 65 is the magic number. He's 100% sure they won't lose to Brighton. Okay,
so
at least
if you're 100% sure, Angus, right? If you're 100% sure, if they lose, you've got to come on the stream and wear a Tottenham top.
No, stop! No. I wouldn't. We don't do. We can't do that, Jim. It's like all these people that want to have the Tottenham fans wearing Arsenal shirts, Arsenal fans wearing Tottenham shirts. That's just silly. I couldn't do it.
If it's 100% sure.
I think, Angus, if you're 100% sure and you don't win, you need to come on the stream and apologise for all the chest that you give every single day. That's what I think. Because you come in here with chest, 65% chest sometimes, other times 100% chest. And I think you need to just lower yourself a little bit if you lose. And that's all I'm saying on the subject. We'll see if you've got the chest to do it when you come back to me with your answer. But in the meantime, Mr. Chang, Everton, Bournemouth. Are Bournemouth going to pile on Sean Dyche's misery this weekend?
This is an interesting one, so you have to call. I think Sean Dyche is going to win this. I think Everton are going to win this at home. They might win by an odd goal, so I'm going Everton 1, Bournemouth 0.
Well, that sounds like a really exciting game. I'll have to make sure I watch that one, Shane. Mr. Jimbo, what do you think?
I'm not sure this one. This is a tough one because I think Everton are going to get a rocket up their arse from Sean Dyche, and I think they're going to be at home. They're going to have the crowd behind them. So I think it's going to be quite a difficult game for Bournemouth. But I'm going to go 2-1 Everton. I think it's going to be their first win of the season.
Angus, if we win, you have the pleasure of knowing you were right until the next time you give chest, and then we'll have the same thing. Bad bet because no tops will fit Jimbo and Nick if you lose. Oh, that's savage. I wouldn't have that.
Right. Coming in no tops will fit Jimbo and Nick if you lose.
Hang on.
Well, I've got a wardrobe with about 20 shirts in it of Tottenham, and they all fit me. So...
Enjoy your time out, Vindaloo. Enjoy your time out, mate. Who's next? I only did a minute this time. It was on 5. I thought that's a bit harsh first up, but next time you pick on me and Jimbo, Vindaloo, it'd be longer than a minute.
Okay then, Jimbo. Every time Tottenham don't win, you put on an Arsenal shirt because every time Tottenham play, you predict them to win. You have got a point. They have got a point.
The thing is an Arsenal shirt would never go over my head because my arms wouldn't let me do it. As much as I tried, my arms would just fight against it.
Nicholas, Everton, Bournemouth. How do you see this one going?
Well, Everton looked absolutely pony, and Bournemouth were robbed from the VAR goal that wasn't a VAR goal. So I'm going to say that. I'm going to say Bournemouth are going to win 2-1.
close. I've actually done Bournemouth 2-0. I think Everton are absolutely dog poo. And I do think that Bournemouth, I think they're going to do well this year again. I think, they're going to be all right. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Bournemouth. I think this is the evening game now. Yeah, it is, I'm sure. West Ham versus Manchester City. Toughy, or easy, Chang? What do you think?
It's gonna be tough for Man City, but I still think they have enough in their locker to win this game. I'm going to go for West Ham 1, Man City 3. So Manchester City to win this game by 3-1.
Jimbo, what about you?
I'm exactly the same as this man. 3-1.
Oh, scoreline, friends.
Well, I had it in my head. I'm not going to change it because Chang's done it.
And Nick, are you a scoreline friend?
No, because I need to think outside the box. This could prove pivotal to getting an early lead.
3-1.
I'm going to say 4-1 City.
Wow. I've actually gone 2-1 City because I've done them to win, but I think it'll be tight. But I always say things like that, and then City will end up winning 6-0 or something.
Vindaloo's done 3-1, but he's done it like Arsenal, like West Ham, because they're at home. So I'm wondering if he does mean that.
Vindaloo, do you mean to City or to West Ham?
Be careful how you respond, Vindaloo, because it's 5 minutes next time.
Next up, we've got the 3,741 players of Chelsea against Crystal Palace. Nicholas, where do you see this one going? 3-1
well, they looked amazing last night again, didn't they? So
yeah,
Chelsea. I don't think you know what Chelsea are going to turn up, but I'm going to go with 3-2 to Chelsea.
Wow, Mr. Jim.
Chelsea at home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is Chelsea have got like 310 players, and Crystal Palace, the way they're selling their players, are going to be lucky to be able to get 11 out there. I'm going to go 2-1. 2-1 to Chelsea.
Okay. Mr. Chang, are you going with a Chelsea win as well?
I'm going with a Chelsea win, but unfortunately, I can't see Palace scoring at Stamford Bridge, so I'm going for Chelsea 2, Crystal Palace 0.
And I have gone for Chelsea 3, Crystal Palace 0. Vindaloo says, I like Nick, and I'm not saying it so he doesn't time me out again. Nick's, do you know what?
For fun.
The power's gone to Nick's head today. I'm not going to lie. I'm quite scared of Nick today. If Eze's on it, Palace win. 3,471 Chelsea players, Kate. It might even be 300,472 today. I'm losing track massively. Then obviously we've got the game of the weekend, the big game, obviously. Newcastle versus the mighty Spurs. Chang, are you confident? How are you feeling about this game?
I'm not entirely confident if we don't have a proper striker, because I think Newcastle have the players and also the system to deploy a low block against us, especially if you're going to be starting with Brennan Johnson again. The only hope for me, I think, is if we can get Odebier and Kulusevski on the wing, although that might be quite counterproductive if they do try and hit us on a counter. So I will be realistic here. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Newcastle 1 and Spurs 1.
Jimbo.
Well,
I even need to come to you.
I'm going to be a little bit conservative here because I'm not sure who's injured and who's not injured.
So if we drag it out half an hour, Jimbo, we might be able to give a proper prediction. I think Kate's, she's kind of stumped us here with this.
Yeah, can't we come back to that once and just give his interview, which is coming up very soon?
No.
All right, we're
Don't come back to it. Chang's giving his score, Jimbo. Give your score.
I thought this was just a girl who loves Spurs, but obviously this is just a Nick with an attitude today.
Well, Nick's not bad at the minute, so we can come back whenever we want.
Stop booting him out, Jimbo.
Next time you need a lift, I'll just give you a lift, Kate. Jimbo can find his own way.
Listen, Jimbo, the thing to do, right, is to give your score, and if we find out while we're on air that something's changed, you can amend it.
You can flip-flop.
There you go.
I'm going to go 3-1 Tottenham.
Oh, my God.
Bit conservative.
Oh, my God. God, you do make me laugh. Nick, how do you see this going?
Well, I was there last year and we lost 4-0. And it probably could have been more. The year before was 6-1. And the year before that, we won 3-2. We're going to be playing in green. And I think that was when we also, I think that was, what was that? We won that game 3-1. But I just think with Pope on form, and we've scored 1 goal in 2 games there, and we've got a bit of a mentality problem. I'm going to say 3-1 Newcastle.
Wow. 3-1 Newcastle. Well, I had originally planned to go Newcastle to win, but after going to the Everton match and seeing us play against, albeit a crappy Everton side, I am going to do us to get a point, and I'm going 2-2. But with a bit of reservation that if we get spanked, I won't actually be surprised. But
cover all bases, yeah. So if we play well and we win, I'll be happy. If we don't win, then we'll be cool. But I'm going to say it's going to be a draw. So either way, I'm happy.
I'm sitting on the fence with big fat splinters in my arse. Lisa says Newcastle just played against Forest and it went to penalties in Carabao Cup, and quite a few of their starters played, so they could end up a big.
I'll tell you exactly how Newcastle are going to score tomorrow. They're going to go down both wings, and Isaac is going to destroy us. That's what I think is going to happen on Sunday, because that's exactly what they did when we went there last year and the year before. I think Eddie Howe and Newcastle have just got us worked out. I just think that it's going to be not going to be a good day at the office, I think.
I don't know if Angie's press conference is today. I'm not getting any pop-ups.
Yeah, it is. It come up on Sky Sports.
They're all today. Okay, they're all today. So I think, I think they will. Yeah, I think we're just going to be. And if Van der Ven is out as well, then I might change my prediction to even more to Newcastle.
Everyone has us worked out, according to Angus. Well, Everton didn't. Just saying. And, you know, how sure are you, Angus, in percentage that everyone has us worked out? Can you let me know?
65%. Kate, we know the answer is 65%. So we don't need to ask the question. It's 65%.
Final game of the weekend, proper derby match. Man United versus Liverpool. Mr. Chang, how do you see this one going?
I'm going for a draw for this match, although most people would favor Liverpool to win away, but for this clash, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2.
Interesting. Jimbo, how do you see this one going?
I'm the same as this guy again. I'm sorry, I'm not going to change what's in my head. I fancy
you two have a little meeting before or something. Oh, we're just going to go on each other's scores. Because
I've got score in my head for certain games, and that's one of them. I'm going to go 2-2. Yeah, I'm not flip-flopping from what I believe just because Chang said it.
Fair enough, Jimbo.
You agreed on your scores before you came in, Jim. That's what you did.
Yeah, we haven't done all the same, have we? We've done some.
No, just 65%.
There's only so many scores you can do, and I think it's going to be a draw.
Yeah, and I could have done the same, Jimbo, but I thought I'm going to be tactical and I'm going to try and get ahead of you. So do you know what? I hope all of my ones are result scores, 3 points. over all the games, and then you two can just be miles behind.
Big up, Ronnie. How do you know that Solanke and Richie are out, but Van der Ven's available? How do you know that? I haven't got any news.
Ronnie knows. Ronnie knows.
Yeah, Ronnie must have inside sources. Please let me know, because I can't find anything.
If I'm honest, I would prefer VDV in and them two out than them two in and VDV out.
I mean, he could have stopped. Ronnie could have stopped at Solanke's out, but Van der Ven is available. He doesn't need to mention that.
Why is Richie out? He's just come back.
Because he's shit. That's why.
Yeah. When he threw his shirt to the Everton fans, he must have hurt himself because he didn't do anything else in the game, did he? So.
Jumbo. Just stick with great minds think alike. I think she actually meant Jimbo, but there you go.
Yeah, she did mean Jimbo.
Man United versus Liverpool, Nick. How do you see it going?
My head is I don't know which is the right way to say it. So one of them is saying that Liverpool are going to absolutely wipe the floor with them, because they had loads of chances last weekend against Brentford. That's what I'm thinking. But it's a bit like a North London derby. Form goes out the window. United always, apart from that FA Cup, where the FA Cup when they turned it around, United they've been on I think a lot of Man United fans, I think they're going to get smashed, but I'm going to go 1-1. I think there are chances, but I think it's I think they're not. Both teams aren't really at the races. United are creating a lot, but Rashford and Gashford.
So you've all gone for a draw, but I've actually done Man United 2, Liverpool 3. I think they're going to nick it.
And there's some breaking news, Kate.
Oh, hello. Come in, Jimbo.
It's the first I've heard of it. I don't know if any of you have heard it. Emrabat?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's only just gone to Man United, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, he was on loan last season, wasn't he?
Oh well, he's going to Jose Mourinho. Is that Fenerbahce?
Fenerbahce.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have been saying that.
It's been confirmed. They've done a deal, and he's on his way for his medical. But he's only just got there.
Yeah, but it's only on loan, darling.
He was on loan, Jimbo.
Oh, right.
Angus says, who do we think will be the busiest today in the window?
65% Chelsea.
I mean, that's a good shout because there's a massive chance they will be the busiest. I mean, I don't know how they're getting away with it all, but I think it's going to be. I think Forest and Southampton are going to be quite busy.
Okay. Chang, who do you think is going to be the busiest in the window?
I would like it to be Spurs, but I know that's not going to be the case. Not in the million transfer deadline days in my lifetime. So I'm going to say it's going to be Chelsea. But I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised if Manchester United suddenly come up with a flurry of transfers to see if they can try and break into the top 4 in the next 10 hours from now. It's almost 1 p.m. So yeah. My pick would be Chelsea, but don't be surprised if Manchester United suddenly find a checkbook to try and force their way into top 4.
Yeah, I mean, I think Chelsea's a good shout. They've got so many players going in and out.
Jimbo's shout's quite good though. You never know if there's a
Dad's Our Job podcast says, hi, Kate. Hope you're well. We're a new podcast and would love to get you on our live stream tonight if possible. I am always happy to go on a stream, but tonight is a little bit difficult because I'm supposed to be going on with Jacob at 11 o'clock when the window shuts. So, but if you want to get in touch with me, you can get me on Twitter on Kate1305, or you can email me at justagirlwholovespurs@gmail.com and I will get back to you and we'll sort something out for sure. Says we're 2 Arsenal fans and 1 West Ham fan, but we talk about all football and we would welcome you to come onto our stream to hear your thoughts on Spurs activity this transfer window. Let me know what time it is, and I shall see what I can do. But good to see.
We can tell you now. Nothing really, as usual. There you go. Saves all the banter, saves everything else.
There you go. Drewler's here. Big up, Drewler. Hope you're well. If Sterling doesn't leave, it puts a spanner in Chelsea's plans. 300 grand a week. Hello, PSR. Yeah, and to follow that, Yusuf said, where's he ending up? Is he going to go to Arsenal? What's everyone think?
I think
there's the issue is around how much he's owed and his wages. So I can't. Chelsea aren't going to pay up his wages. They're going to tell him he can stay for 3 years and just not play. So there's going to have to be compromise in that. United apparently offered to pay only 17 million of what was owed of the 70. So it's a long way off. So let's. I just think it's too. I just think it's too much. Unless they come to an agreement where they rip up his contract or everything else, I don't see anything happening with old T-Rex apart from training with the kids like he's in Toy Story. So
Yeah. Chang, do you see him going this window, Sterling?
Again, I think that depends on whether or not Chelsea are able to get either one of Victor Osimhen or Ivan Toney. If they do, even if they don't get Osimhen and Ivan Toney, but they do bring in another striker that isn't Osimhen or Ivan Toney, yes, I think Raheem Sterling will be shown the exit.
Yeah. Jimbo?
Yeah, I think they come to some sort of a deal with Sancho. I was watching this morning that Chelsea really want him, so I think that they'll work out something to do. One goes one way, one goes the other way. I really do, but I think if Man United don't get him, I think they'll end up staying. I don't think he'll go to Arsenal.
No, I don't. I don't know if I see him moving. I don't understand why everything gets left to the lastminute.com. Angus thinks that Sterling to Arsenal will happen, but he'll need to take a massive pay cut to join the club.
65%, Angus, 65%, mate.
See, the thing you've got to look at in this one is I think Sancho's on. Is he 3.5 a week?
Something ridiculous.
So if they do some sort of deal, they can still pay Sterling quite a high wage because they'll be getting Sancho off the books.
Yeah, Sancho's on the same as Sterling.
Yeah, that's why I think there's something might happen with it.
Yeah. Like I say, it'd be interesting to see. Just in case anyone didn't see it, that is the draw for the Europa League. We have got Roma at home, Rangers away, AZ Alkmaar at home. I'm not even going to attempt to say that. Ferencváros. How do you even say it? It sounds like something out of Game of Thrones.
Ferenc.
Yeah, away. Carrier Bag at home. Galatasaray away. Elfsborg at home. And Hoffenheim away. That is the draw for Europa League. Obviously, we don't know when those games will be just yet. But, again, the more I look at it, the more I think I feel quite confident. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
Yeah, I think Roma and Galatasaray in there are the only potential slip-ups, realistically. Yeah. But we are at home against Roma, and we should win the home games, and we should go and win the away games. Maybe Rangers away, we might. It's going to be a very hostile environment, but it's Rangers, right? So obviously it was always going to be the case with old Ange.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Is any of them games tickling your fancy to go to, Nick?
Not really. I mean, I've booked the hotel for Bilbao, so I mean that tickles my fancy.
I'm sure it does.
But yeah, I mean, what have we got? I'm not fussed about Rangers, if I'm honest. I'm not fussed about going to Hungary. I'm definitely not going to Turkey. Hoffenheim might be good. Go to Germany.
Yeah, that's the one that I was looking at and thinking if you're going to go to one, that's probably quite a good one to go to. But
yeah,
we shall see. We shall see. Angus says he's on £325,000 a week, so there's no way we're paying that. All the
But what's
fixtures
he
are out
going to do?
tomorrow.
He's going to replace Starboy on the right hand side? Surely not. What's the point in signing
Yes.
him? I'll hang on,
Yeah.
hang on. I'll wait for Angus to say my Agendason against Arsenal and Saka,
Saka.
Starboy. He's in
I'm
my
gonna
fantasy team, by the way, Angus. So can you tell him to pull his finger out and actually be a Starboy, please?
Well, it's not in mine. I didn't put him in mine.
I've got no
so
Spurs players in mine.
I took you doggy out. I'm not going to lie. I did actually take him out, but I did put someone else in. I can't think who it was. I think Romero, but he's bound to get a red card. Tigara are going to try everything to get to Ibrox for the Rangers game. Anthony saying when you play Rangers, going to be a very good atmosphere, especially as Ange managed in that league. I don't even know if Ibrox will be ready in time though, because they're doing work on it. Apparently, Carrier Bag is in Azerbaijan.
Yeah,
but
we're playing them at home. We're playing them at home, so.
It's Carabag.
Yeah, but Carrier Bag sounds better.
Carrier Bag, mate. Carrier Bag.
Yeah. No, it's competition stroke
competition. You Sterling or Saka. Now even I'm not deluded enough to say that
Saka. Of course it'd be Sterling.
Saka all day long.
Vicario is the best goalkeeper in the world, says Vicario and Sicario. Someone who obviously goes in Jacob's room because he says that all the time. Who would you rather on that side? Oh, I was going to say St. Rude then. Brennan Johnson or Sterling? Well, I'd rather have neither, really, and someone better. But
I would rather have Pedro Porro on the right-hand side, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I said that. I said that from the first time I watched him play on this stream that he should be there.
You did indeed.
I still think he should be there.
That's why we shouldn't have sold the GOAT, because that was the perfect on the right-hand side. Emerson to defend, Porro to attack. Did
you see his debut though?
I saw the Agendason against him. Yeah, I saw many clips of Agendason against him. What are we doing here, people? His first game and everyone's like rinsing him. What can you say? You can't have a go at him. You need your first game.
Yeah.
Same as Odebert. First game. Oh, we expect him to be Gareth Bale. I mean, Gareth Bale was crap. We didn't win a game for how many games with him?
20 games, 20 odd games.
Yeah. Big up Vindaloo with the super chat going towards Nick's anger management scheme. Very much appreciated, Vindaloo. You're a ledge. Defo Sterling over Brennan, says Aaron Lawrence. Nick, where's the TikTok? Yeah, this is true. Where is the Emerson Royale TikTok?
Well, I said it's going to be at the North London Derby, but obviously nobody listens to what I say, because Brian Daigle said, where's the TikTok? And I said, I need the clock on the high road. I'm not going all the way to Westminster Bridge to do it. I need the clock on the high road to reenact the TikTok dance. And I'll do do you know what, Angus? I'll do the TikTok when I'm good and ready. When I'm 65% ready and I've learned 65% of the routine, I'll 65% do the TikTok.
There you go. Nick spoken. Understand Republic of Ireland under-21 goalkeeper Josh Keeley has penned a new contract with Tottenham and will be heading out to Leyton Orient on loan. That's just come through from Alistair Gold. Ange Postecoglou will apparently be with us in a minute. That was 7 minutes ago. So we are waiting with bated breath to find out whether Van der Ven is fit to play or whether there will be a meltdown at how irresponsible and outrageous it was for Ange Postecoglou to allow Van der Ven to play in the second half of the game against Everton. Dad's Our Job says Spurs signing Solanke is the second biggest deal for outgoings and incomings in the Premier League this season. Spurs transfer activity is very low-key from an outsider's point of view. Thing is with Tottenham, we always spend money. I just don't think we spend it very well. I think that's the problem.
I think we've spent it well this time.
Now, Drew is saying it's out now, the team news. Now, why can't I see it? Alistair Gold is very slow. I haven't got anything.
I've got it. Rodrigo Bentancur is available for our Premier League clash against Newcastle. The Uruguayan field started. Rodrigo Bentancur.
Right.
The Uruguay midfielder started and impressed before being stretchered off with a head injury. After 78 minutes of our season opener at Leicester. Unfortunately, Dominic Solanke is out, and reported that Richarlison is injured in training. He says Dom is close, but we're going to be a bit cautious with him. We've got a big program post international break, so we'll miss out on Sunday. The only other one we got midweek is Richarlison, who unfortunately picked up an injury in training, so he'll probably miss the next few weeks.
Nothing about Van der Ven, so he must be available.
Nothing about Van der Ven, so that's either a good thing or a bad thing. We're keeping our cards close to our chest.
Well, I did read yesterday. I looked it up, and it said that he had a slight knee knock, and they were just monitoring it for precautionary reasons. That it wasn't nothing too bad.
Well, this is what I read, but I know Dave. When I was on with Dave last night, he was moaning, and there was a lot of hate towards Ange for allowing him to come out and play. But I said, if a player tells you they're fit and ready to play, surely you believe her. But they said, well, competitive players always want to play. But he didn't look like he had a knock when he made that run right up the pitch. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but I think that was the adrenaline, Kate. I just hope he's fine and he plays and he doesn't. Let's hope he doesn't go away to or if he's only going to be a few weeks, because then he'll be. We need him for the North London derby. I don't care how anyone plays. We need him there.
100%.
And I think if it is tissue damage, then it'll be 6 to 12 weeks. It could be a long time, and then that's really worrying. So,
do you think there's some truth? I saw Lisa mention it, and it kind of has twinged something in my head that Richarlison is actually on his way out this window. Nick says no. Jimbo, Chain, what are your thoughts?
Go on, you say, Jack.
Ooh, another difficult one to call. I think it's going to be difficult, if I to be honest. There is an outside chance, yes, but the odds doesn't look good. Yeah, I think I doubt it is going to happen, but I mean we can never say for certain. Not with the time that is still available. So, but the likelihood is very, very slim, shall we say?
Jimbo.
The thing is, if he goes, they're going to. Andy's going to want another one in. He said he wants 2 strikers at all times. So I can't really see it happening because there's been no, even though Tottenham have been under the radar a bit with those ball players this window. No, I don't, Kate, because I think that he would want another one in. I don't think he'll let him go unless another one's coming in.
Well, I was thinking if he went, we've still got Solanke, I know, who's injured. We've got Sonny, who can play in the middle. We've got Mikey Moore. No? Maybe you're right. I think it's wishful thinking on my part because I just want Richarlison out of my club. Sorry, Lee, but I do. He's just not available enough. He's a waste of space, in my opinion.
It is frustrating. He's only had like 20 minutes on the pitch and he's out again for 2 weeks. It's so frustrating.
It's pathetic. That's what it is. That's there. It was Lisa that said it. I think Richie's on his way out, maybe to a league that closes after us. None of his Instagram posts are anything to do with Spurs, not one, when all the other players are. Please let it be true. Yeah, I do too, Aaron. I'm with you on that one.
Poor old
right,
Richard.
We've done that one. What are your thoughts on selling Oliver Skip to Leicester for over 20 million? My thoughts are ching, great business. Nick, did you just say the same thing?
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah, good business.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think we'd get that much for him. Sorry, Lee, but he is, because he's not. I'm not saying he's a waste of space player, but he just is not available enough.
Yeah,
he's always frigging injured. Timo Werner could play through the middle too. Imagine him with Johnson supplying the ammo. We could score 200 goals, says Cooves. Dad's Our Job says, I personally really like your youth striker more. He could be the next big thing to come out of the academy. It's been a long time coming. but he
I
does
tell
look
you
like
what,
he's good.
I tell you what, there might be some legs in what Lisa's saying because Angie's keeping Lancashire.
Yeah. You know, maybe. Chang out.
Sorry, can I just say on the Oliver Skip thing?
Yeah.
I think it's good business for both because he's a 15 million, 20 million player. He's very steady. He's a perfect fit for Leicester. So I think it's a good deal both ways.
Okay. Chang, as it stands right this second, assuming nothing else changes, what do you give a window out of 10 and why?
I will give our window 5 out of 10 because a lot of those players that we got towards the latter end of this window, we should have got them a lot sooner. I mean, you mean to tell me that if we were willing to pay the release clause for Solanke, we couldn't have paid it the moment the window was open? Solanke wasn't even in the reckoning for the Euros, so why not just pay whatever, the release clause was for him, if it's 65 million odd pounds or however much it was, give him a proper preseason, let him get bedded in, and who knows, maybe with that extra preseason with us, he might not even have gotten injured because the lads really buffed up on their fitness and their stamina when they were away in Asia. So we never know. I mean, this is all ifs, buts, and monkeys nuts, but yeah, when it comes to, I mean, I apologize for my language, yeah, but
No, that's funny. If buts
Wilson Odebeer and Dominic Solanke, these two players should have had proper preseasons with us. I don't see why they shouldn't have been signed a lot sooner, which is why I'm marking this season down. But I will still say that in terms of the Oliver Skips, the Højbjergs, the Joe Rodens, and yeah, those are the only outgoings that we've gotten out this window. So it's a solid 5 out of 10, but it might get a bit better over the line if we can get someone as cover for both Richarlison and Solanke. It might even be a loan. I don't mind another loan striker, whoever that may be, if we can get something in the next 10 hours or so. And yeah, I still am expecting both Reguilon and Brian Hill out in the next 10 hours.
Yeah, it says here, just before I move on to you, Jimbo, Destiny Udogie and Mickey van der Ven are both fine for the trip to Tyneside. So that's good news.
So what does Ange do then? Does he drop Bissouma and brings Bentancur back in?
I think that's very hard.
I think Bissouma had a good game, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'd start Bissouma, and if it's not working, switch it about.
Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Jimbo, what do you give our window out of 10 and why?
I'm a bit more pragmatic.
10, Jimbo. I thought you were going to say 10.
No, I'm a bit more pragmatic than a lot of people because I do read a lot on the internet and watch a lot of different channels, and some of these deals are not easy to get over the line. People think you just say, yeah, I'll give you so and so, and it's done. There's a lot of things involved in it, and I think that some of the deals maybe take longer than others. Some you can get done quick, and some it takes longer. And I think with Ange, I don't think he will accept just any players. I think he has a list, and they're the ones that he wants. And if they're not on that list, you can't just palm him off with someone. So I still hopeful that someone's going to come in. But look, it's not been a great window. I think it's been an all right window. We've got Gray in, which I'm really pleased about. We got Solanke in, which I'm pleased about. Excuse me, I'm talking. All right. Bergville, I know we had him from last year, but he's come in. I don't know. Okay, maybe a 6, and we got rid of a lot of deadwood, which was really, really pleasing. A lot of the players we didn't want to have gone, so we got to give them credit for that. But look, it's Ange has only just come here, right? He's going to build the squad in his own image, how he wants to build it, and it might take a few more seasons for that to happen, another couple of windows or something, to get the squad exactly how he wants it. You can't just do it overnight, and it's not as easy now just to go and buy players as it used to be. So I'm going to give it a 6. Bit underwhelming, but on the other hand, I'm pleased with the players we brought in.
And Nicholas, what's your thoughts?
It's been a bit meh. If I'm honest. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I mean, look, we've got rid of players, but that just goes to show that the signings of these players weren't good enough. So I think the last however many transfer windows, we've got rid of some of the players that we needed to get rid of, but that just goes to show that our recruitment was poor, right? So yeah, that's not really a great thing. So yeah, I'm not 6.5, 65% divided by 2, carry the 1. Doesn't really matter, does it? I would say. But yeah, it's underwhelming, I think, is with it. We had an opportunity to go out and make get everyone excited. Obviously there was talk of Eze or Tony or whoever it was to go out and get someone that that could change a game. I don't think we have someone on that bench. If it's 1-1, 2-2, you need to bring someone on and change the game. I think, yeah, and obviously, for me, it's probably minus because we got rid of Emerson Royale. So yeah, I think if we have an injury to Porro, Jed Spence doesn't no better. So yeah, I just think that we we needed someone up the top and we needed another defender, and I don't think we've answered those questions really. That's my worry. If Solanke comes back and he scores 20, gets 20, 25 goals and assists, great, but there's a lot of games coming up and they're going to come thick and fast, and I'm not sure our front line is something that is going to be able to cope with the endeavours that we're going to face. We're going to be playing games every 3 days, and are they going to recover? I don't know. I just think that it's time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not really sure. He's not better than him at TikTok dances, Lee. It's not better than him at Instagram posts. So
how many out of 10 do you give it?
Probably with Paddy, it's a 5 because it's down the middle. I think you can't say either way. It's been good, and like I said, we've left ourselves short. And then potentially if injuries, we're going to be crying around in January to try and make signings. And we know historically, bar a few exceptions, not a lot of great business is done in January. So yeah, it's we'll see. It is what it is. We've got what we've got. We'll see where we are in January. If everyone stays fit and everyone's on form, then we'll have to judge it then. There's no point we can judge it now and then we can all have egg on our face. So I think, like with everything, Odebear, Solanke, we gave Brennan Johnson 3/4 of a season before we decided he was rubbish, but we're giving some players one game and deciding that they're rubbish. So there's no consistency really. I think they're our players. That's going to be our squad. We need to back them, and back Ange, and that's all we can do.
I'm giving it a 4. I think if Lo Celso and Reguilón go, might go up to 4.5, but I just think we haven't done enough. Even the likes of Archie Gray, they're not really starting players that come in and make our first team better. If you chucked in an Eze, you could say, wow, our starting 11's transformed, kind of. It's going to make a massive difference. I don't think we've done that. apart from Solanke. So I'm going with a 4, which seems like I'm on deja vu because I think every window I rate about a 4. It just never changes. But as Daniel Coy said, Jimbo, you did say in the summer that you would criticise Levy if he leaves hands short. Do you think this window has been acceptable from Levy?
Well, I would definitely criticise Levy for the Eze one. But see, look, the Eze one, some of the stuff I read was that you could put up the 50 million, but it was only to a Champions League team. So I don't know if that would have, if we'd have stuck up the money, if we'd have got him anyway. But I really criticise him for that one because I think that he could have gone out and just said, look, I'll give you whatever because we can afford it. There's no argument about that. And brought Eze in, and that would have put a whole different atmosphere with the supporters. So I definitely criticise him for that one. But look, I'm not going to sit here and criticise him right this second because the window's not shut. You know, as Nick just said, we could end up with egg on our face tomorrow. But I will 100%. Who asked that question?
Daniel Coyes.
Yeah, I will 100%, Daniel, criticise him for the Eze one because I think that even if it was for Champions League's team, if they would have went in with the money, I'm sure we would have got him. So I was convinced we was going to get him, that they would stump up the money. But let's see what happens with the rest of the day. But yeah, it's not been a fantastic window. For me to give a 6, I normally give a lot higher than that. But I'm pleased with who's come in. I like Gray. I like Solanke. I like Bergville. I like this new kid, Odebert. So you know, I think we're going into the season stronger than we did last season. But how much stronger remains to be seen. But I think we're definitely stronger. We've got rid of some real deadwood out of the club and brought in players that are better than the ones that have gone out. If that'd be good enough, only time will tell.
I refuse to be someone who is going to be miserable about the club because there's too much drama in my life as it is. But I have lost faith in Levy changing. I will say that much because I just think the Eze deal we could have got done. And yes, Angus, I do think he would have signed for us. Why would he not? We're a better club than Crystal Palace. We could have offered him European football. If we'd have laid out our sort of said, this is our number one priority signing, paid the release clause, which the money we have got, then yeah, he would have signed for us. So I just think Levy I'm fed up of defending him, but I'm not going to be a staunch Levy out and now. I'm just not going to defend him like I was about giving him another chance because look, I think this window shows he isn't really ever going to change.
The thing is, Kate, right? The thing is with Levy, right? I don't want to make all the subjects about Levy. The thing is with Levy, he has made us a better club, right? In the sense of everything he's done to make us a stronger club. So we have got money behind us, right? And but the thing is, I think it works out around 60 odd million we've sold in players. I think it's just over 60 million in players that we've sold. So he could have stumped up that money to buy Eze. So it's really, really frustrating. You know, I think this window was the window that he had to go out and prove that he really wants us to win things. And really, he hasn't done that. He has spent some money, but I don't think he spent nowhere near enough. Yeah, you're right, Paddy. They are a gamble. I mean, you must be talking about Solanke is the one that's made us stronger up front. But look, you know, I'm not a manager. I'm not a scouting coach. Maybe the people, the professionals have seen with who we've brought in that they are going to make us stronger. We just hope that they've got it right. But it is a bit of an underwhelming window, yes. And I won't back Levy. I like what he's done for our club. And I've always said that from day one, and I will continue to say it. He's made us a very stable club now. But, you know, as far as on the pitch, he has made it a bit better, but not where we want to be. So, but I'm like you, Kate. You know, I'm not. I can't look at the downs of it because there's enough going on in my life, your life, people's lives. Like I'm sure Chain's got his problems, Nick's got his problems, probably 90% of the people in the chat have got their problems. So Tottenham to me is my enjoyment. I love this club. I love this badge. I've got tattoo on my hand. I'm getting to get one here as well very soon. And I just love the club, and I won't slag the players down. I don't like to slag the club down. You know, I will give some criticism where it's due, and I'm criticising Levy here because I think that he could have done a lot better this window. But I don't want to look at the downside. I like to look at the upside, like the 4-0 against Everton.
Just stay the same as you are. We love you that way. Never change. I enjoy it too much. I'm sure you do. Us never winning trophies, but like I say, I'm a fan channel. I don't ever profess to be a pundit. I don't try to be a pundit. I don't analyze it that deep. I just see it from a fan's perspective, and that's how I choose to be. I don't think that makes me delusional. I just think it makes me a fan, and I like to enjoy my club. But I do agree now that Levy has shown again that he just doesn't want to push us to that next phase. But on we plod.
Can I just say something else, Kate? Can I just say something else? The thing is with football, right, is every club is going to win games and every club are going to lose games, right? And there's only certain clubs in this league that you're going to say near enough every game they're going to win, and that's Man City, right? And Arsenal 90% of the time. But if City are playing someone, how many people predict City to lose? You know, nobody. But at Arsenal, they might get predicted to lose against Liverpool. They might get predicted to lose against City, but they're not going to get predicted to lose against many clubs. But all the rest, it's like up and down. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. So that's why I don't get upset with it, because I know Tottenham are going to lose some games. You know, and I accept it when we lose and love it when we win. That's what football is.
Exactly that. Listen, thank you very much to everyone who joined us today. You're a bunch of absolute legends. Extra special thank you to Vindaloo for the super chat, and also for Dad's Our Job podcast for the donation to the channel. Very much appreciated. I hope your teams win this weekend, whoever you support, as long as it's not Arsenal. Jokes, obviously. Chang, when can we find you next, sir?
I might do a watch along, which is still undecided whether it's going to be on Talk and Ball or LTEL Cockerel or even on Spurs Vision TV. I get to work out the fixtures for the next 24 hours. But if I do a watch along, it's going to be on one of those channels, LTEL Cockerel, Talk and Ball, or even Spurs Vision TV. And yeah, I think that's all I have for the weekend, because I really am looking forward to my daughter's 10th birthday party. And beyond that, I think the only thing I have left would be on Monday, if we are scheduled to reconvene here again, same time, same place, on Monday at noon. So yeah, that's all I have for the few coming days.
Yep. We will be here Monday. And like I say, I hope your daughter has a lovely birthday. Yeah, we did notice this, Nick, when we went to the match, the big NFL sign and F1 Drive sign on the club shop and on the side of the stadium, I think, wasn't it?
No, it was on the side of the club shop.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? See, I lost my bearings. I don't know my way around. I mean, I'm going to ask you what you think about it before I say what I think about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, it's we all kind of sat there and God, is that new? I didn't recognise that, but I suppose it's better on the side of the club shop than on the side of the stadium. I don't know. It doesn't really make a difference, right? So
I've got to say, I thought it looked quite nice. I know it's Tottenham Hotspur Football Stadium, but it is also an NFL stadium. So I get it. I don't think it ruined the look of it. If it was called Tottenham Hotspur NFL Stadium, I'd have something to say. But, you know, it is what it is. People are going to moan about it, and that's fine. I don't really see that much wrong with it. I don't know about you, Jimbo.
Look, it's the way Tottenham have gone now. You know, we have to accept that. If you're going to support the club, you have to accept what comes with it. and if you don't accept it, then that's I accept the way we've gone because I love Tottenham. So it is what it is, Kate. There's nothing we can do to change it. There's no for me. There's no point moaning about it. It didn't look terrible to me, but they're advertising what they sell. If you go to a sweet shop, it says outside news agents, and then a list of stuff they sell, and that's what Tottenham sell now. So they're advertising it. So I just accept it.
Yeah. Next week is not the build up to the North London derby. It will be the week after, although Monday and Tuesday I'm not around it the week after. But what was you going to say, Jim?
Just ask Chang what his thoughts are. I want to know his thoughts on it.
Yeah, Chang, what's your thoughts on the NFL sign being on the side of the club shop?
Okay. As a fan, as long as it brings in the income that we need to help us to, I don't know, fund the wages, fund the signings, or whatever it is for us to, excel, I think it's good for us. But to put up an NFL sign, I mean, there are two ways of looking at this, from the financials aspect and also from the sporting aspect. Financially, it does help us, but sporting wise, I think it does diminish the club's stature as a football stadium when you are advertising a sports or let's should I say a franchise that is not even domestic. In which case, American football isn't even domestic. It's rugby actually, not American football over there in Britain. So, I mean, until such time, in which case this is proven to be detrimental either to our image, our heritage, or even our identity as a footballing club, as long as it rakes in the money and that is reinvested wisely, then I'm all for it. But I can see this being another thing for the rival fans to use as a sort of excuse to just poke fun at us. Make fun of the fact that we are now more of a sporting entity. A business entity. We have become more of a business entity than we are a footballing club. And that's sad to see really how Tottenham Hotspur have come to this extent, really, just to stay afloat. Not even talking about challenging or being consistent in the top four now. I think a lot of other clubs have caught up to us. And if we don't invest wisely in future, with regards to our incomings and even some of our outgoings, I think we were just going to get left further and further behind. I just hope that this is that one little source of income. If that is to be the case, I hope this is just one little source of income that will be invested wisely by the management.
Yeah. Armin, whether you like it or dislike it, smash a like or smash a dislike. Either way, thanks for being part of our show. And Vindaloo says, Armin, put here you are, piss off. It's entirely up to you. I don't ask you to like. I very rarely ask people to like the stream, actually. But if you want to dislike it, it's fine. Whatever floats your boat. But probably towards the end of next week, because it's international break, I'm going to get some Arsenal fans on and start the build-up. Like I say, Monday and Tuesday, the 9th and 10th, we're not here. But then I want to get some Buna on the sofa is going to come on, and I'll probably get Egal on and just get their views on how they think the North London derby is going to go. So stay tuned for that. Chang, any final message before we go?
There's only one final message from me. Every time before we play, or every time I appear on the show, and that is, come on, you Spurs!
Nicholas, any final message from you?
Not really, no.
Stay angry. Hashtag help Nick with his anger problem. Well, thank you for being on, obviously. Nick, Chang, always a pleasure. Jimbo, any final message from you to close the show?
Yeah, thanks to the 2 contributions that was given today. And one of them was for Nick's anger management. So thanks to Mr. Podcast. What was his name? Dad Podcast? And Vindaloo.
Yeah.
And Vindaloo.
Well, come on then. Close the show like only you can.
Did I say there's only one club that people are worried about that everyone says they're going to predict they're going to win? What a fucking numpty. Obviously, I forgot Spurs because they're never going to lose. Come on, you fucking Spurs. We love you.